The sun has not yet risen when the movement begins. Dark shapes glide through tall savanna grass, low to the ground, bodies tense, muscles coiled. A small group of early hominids, Sahelanthropus-like ancestors, moves in silence toward a cluster of fruiting shrubs near a drying riverbank. Their arms are long, their faces heavy-browed, their gait still uncertain between climbing and walking. This is not a journey of curiosity. It is hunger pulling them forward. One female reaches the shrubs first. She tears soft fruit free with powerful hands, chewing quickly, eyes never stopping. Around her, others gather. Juveniles, a heavy-bodied elder, two larger males scanning the horizon. The air smells of dust and old water. The river is shrinking. The land is changing. A sudden stillness ripples through the group. Birds explode upward from the grass. Shadow moves. From behind the shrubs, a saber-toothed cat bursts forward. Fast, silent, precise. Panic erupts. The hominids scatter, screams tearing through the quiet morning. A juvenile stumbles, rolling in the dirt as the predator pivots toward it. One of the males reacts without thought. He rises, not fully upright but higher than before, arms raised, body made large. He slams a stone against a tree trunk. The sound cracks the air. The cat hesitates. That moment saves the juvenile. The group surges together, flailing branches, hurling stones without aim. The predator snarls, backing away, deciding the risk is too high. In seconds, it vanishes into the grass. The silence that follows is heavier than the fear. The hominids regroup, panting. The juvenile is pulled close, touched, checked, guarded. The fruit is abandoned. The land has spoken. This place is no longer safe. The elder begins to move. Slowly, deliberately, she steps away from the river, toward the open plain. One by one, the others follow. Hunger can wait. Survival cannot. They travel under the rising sun, crossing open savanna where trees thin and shade disappears. Heat builds quickly. The ground burns their feet. Their movement changes, less climbing, more walking. Upright for longer moments now, scanning the land, freeing their hands. A distant storm darkens the horizon. By midday, the youngest begins to lag. The mother lifts it, settling its weight against her chest, arms straining. Another female tears broad leaves from a tree, folding them to carry muddy water scooped from a shrinking puddle. The water is shared carefully, drop by drop. The storm arrives suddenly. Wind lashes the grass flat. Rain slams into the earth, turning dust into slick mud. Lightning fractures the sky. The group huddles beneath a rock outcrop, bodies pressed together, backs turned to the wind. A tree nearby splinters under a lightning strike, fire briefly flaring before rain smothers it. The fire frightens them, but something else happens too. They watch it, not understanding but remembering. When the storm passes, the world smells new and raw. The land is quiet again, but danger follows storms. From the tall grass emerges another group. A rival band. Their bodies are similar, their faces familiar, yet their movements are tense, territorial. They spot the sheltered outcrop. They want it. The two groups circle each other. Displays begin, raised arms, thrown stones, teeth bared. No words, only threat and fear. A young male from the rival band charges. Chaos erupts, bodies collide. Stones strike flesh. One elder falls, struck across the shoulder. A juvenile screams as it is pulled away. Instinct overrides restraint. Then suddenly the saber-toothed cat returns, drawn by noise, by weakness. Both groups freeze as the predator charges into the conflict. Panic explodes outward. Rivals scatter in opposite directions. The cat lunges, choosing the slowest target. An injured elder from the first group. The male who struck the tree earlier does something different now. He grabs a jagged stone. He charges not away but forward. Others follow, driven by something new. Defense of their own. They surround the cat, screaming, striking, overwhelming it with numbers and noise. A stone connects with the skull. Another with the flank. The predator retreats, wounded, furious, then disappears into the grass once more. Cost is heavy. The elder lies still. The group gathers around her as the sun sinks low. Touches are gentle now. The loss is felt in silence. The body is not abandoned immediately. They remain, watching, guarding, understanding somehow that something has ended. Night approaches. They move again, slower, quieter, toward a nearby cave revealed by the storm's erosion. Inside it smells of bats and damp stone, but it is shelter. The injured are tended with crushed leaves pressed into wounds. The juvenile clings to its mother, alive. Food is shared. Tubers dug from soft earth, insects pulled from bark. As darkness falls, distant predators call into the night. The hominids huddle together, backs to the cave wall, faces outward. Their posture is different now. More upright, more aware. They survived not by climbing, not by fleeing, but by standing together. Above them, stars ignite across the ancient sky. This was not a victory of strength. It was a turning point. A moment where fear met cooperation. Where hands became weapons. Where walking replaced hiding. Where survival demanded something new. 7.3 million years ago, in the struggle between ape and human, the first steps away were taken. And the lineage endured. Night deepens around the cave. The savanna beyond fades into shadow, but it never sleeps. Eyes glow briefly in the distance. Hyenas laugh somewhere far off, testing the edges of the dark. The Homo erectus group remains pressed together, backs against stone, breathing slow and measured. The cave smells of damp earth and old bones, yet it holds the most precious thing of all time. The injured elder does not rise. Her body cools as the night air settles. One of the females gently drags dust and leaves over her form, not hiding her, but marking her place. The group does not linger long. Death draws attention. Survival demands movement. Before dawn they leave the cave. The sky lightens from black to ash-gray as they step back onto the open savanna. The land glistens from the storm, grasses bent and broken. Water pools in low places, reflecting the pale morning light. The group moves carefully now, alert to every sound. Their numbers are smaller. The absence is felt in every step. They follow the scent of water. A winding stream reveals itself ahead, swollen by the storm. Its banks are soft, rich with insects and roots pulled loose by rain. The Homo erectus fan out instinctively. One digs with a sharpened stone, prying tubers from the mud. Another overturns rotting wood, gathering grubs. Food is scarce but enough. The juvenile eats first. The mother watches closely, her body angled outward, scanning the horizon even as her hands feed. Protection is constant. It never rests. As the sun climbs, heat returns quickly. Steam rises from wet ground. The savanna becomes a mirror of gold and haze once more. The group moves along the stream, using its curve as a guide. Water means life but also danger. They reach a narrow crossing. Tall grass crowds both banks. Visibility drops. The male who faced the predator before pauses, lifting his head. His posture changes again. Upright, still listening. The others freeze behind him. From the grass something shifts. A massive shape bursts forward. Not a cat this time, but a towering prehistoric buffalo, muscles rippling, horns sweeping wide. Charges blindly, startled, defending space. There is no time to scatter. The male shoves the juvenile carrier aside as the herd animal thunders past. Hoofs tear into mud. One female is clipped, thrown hard to the ground. Dust and water explode upward. The buffalo disappears as quickly as it came. The female does not move. The group rushes to her. Her leg bends unnaturally. Pain radiates through her body as she writhes. This is a wound that does not heal easily in this world. They must choose. Leaving her means survival for the many. Staying means slowing risk death. The decision comes without thought. Two members lift her between them. Her weight drags at their strength, but they move anyway. The group slows, adjusts, adapts. Survival reshapes itself again. They reach higher ground by afternoon. From the rise, the land stretches endlessly, savanna broken by scattered trees and distant rocky outcrops. Somewhere ahead lies safer ground, richer feeding, fewer predators. They press on. As evening approaches, smoke rises faintly on the horizon, not fire made by hands, but lightning-smoldered brush still burning. The group keeps its distance, watching from afar. Fire remains a mystery. Dangerous, fascinating, unforgettable. They shelter among rocks as night falls again. The injured female survives the night. By morning she breathes steadily. Leaves soaked in bitter sap are pressed against her wound. The group remains close, guarding, waiting. Time passes measured in hunger and heat. On the third day she stands. Her steps are slow, uneven, but she stands. The group moves again. They are different now. Their movements are more deliberate. Their spacing tighter. Their awareness sharper. Each challenge has carved something new into them. Something not written in bone but in behavior. As they walk, they pause often, rising upright to scan the land. Hands grip stones not just as tools, but as extensions of will. The savanna no longer feels endless. Feels navigable. Above them vultures circle, watching history from the sky. This is not the end of danger. It is the beginning of adaptation. 7.3 million years ago, survival was not granted to the strongest or the fastest, but to those who learned, remembered, and endured together. And with every careful step forward, the distance between ape and human grew wider. Not in a single leap, but in moments like these.